All right, heading back uptown, and D-Rock and I decided that we don't need to film this one meeting. So D-Rock, you took notes all day. What the hell was interesting today? Go. What's up, man? Good to see you.
See you.
Morning. Morning. I remember them super well. As a matter of fact, is it possible that my first laptop computer came from your dad? I'm almost positive that the laptop that your dad got me, which had a CD-ROM, which was like insane at the time, was the computer that I used to launch WineLibrary.com. Is this where we're going? Yeah. Actually, you know what? Well, why don't you guys introduce yourself? I want to get this fixed. This has been happening all day long. I'll be right back, buddy.
Hey, Gary.
Hey, guys.
Hi there.
I've been in like 10 meetings in a row now where like either it takes 10 minutes or they can't even get to the Apple TV HDMI setup. Do we, like, and now I was just told, like, Lindsay's like, well, my computer doesn't work because we haven't updated yet, this, that, and the other thing. Couple quick questions. What's going on? And then two, can we get HDMI cables in all these rooms? Like it just seems like, seriously, like I'm wasting 10, 15, 7, 9 minutes in every meeting.
What room are you in right now?
Adventureland?
Adventureland. That room has known issues. We're trying to get that fixed.
So is there a room?
And then the AirPlay thing is a separate issue based on the version of the operating system that people are on. And
What's the punchline?
We got to get people updated that are on
anything before El Capitan, which was last year's release, they need to get up to El Capitan. We have the means to do that. It's just that it can take 20 minutes for that to happen, and during the workday.
So do you guys? Is this more on them not wanting to waste their 20 minutes? Can they do it? Do you have to do it? Like help me help you. I can make them all do it. Like I can, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like help me help. Here's what I like. Let's do this. Send me an email with your plan, but here's the bottom line. I can make them all do something. I will make them do it, whatever they have to do. And then I need you to address fast, with no financial thoughts in mind, the rooms that aren't working. Cool? It's just, when you think of it at my level, we're losing more money. Like I'm losing pitches. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, sure.
Like I don't care what it takes. Like I don't care what else is going on. We're just losing. So whether we have to buy it and needs approval, approved. Whether it's you've got something else, tell me what that is, and I'll tell you that you don't have to do that. Now, if you're like the security of the whole company is online, then I'll say yes, do that. Like help me help you in the next 24 hours.
Okay.
All right? The other thing, like I would have a full media intern. For example, that same intern, or two by the way. I mean, again, if it's free, or if they can get credits or minimum wage, there's just a lot of people smart enough to know that getting close to you like that, it works. The other thing is, one of them could be booking podcasts for you. I mean, when you're doing everything, you're dead. Like I did it 2.5 years ago. I was all by myself, doing all that. Really? Yeah, so it's hard, but when other people are doing it, a lot more can be done. It takes time too to find the right cadence, but we've created a service for that, but it's not gonna be affordable for most people. I want you to extract the theses from it and then go and execute it. Scale, and everybody thinks scale is technology, and that's what everybody's talking about. Scale comes in people. Scale comes in people as well, and it's a version that has been tried and true long before the internet came along. And so I think most of us are grossly underestimating the impact of another human being on what they're trying to accomplish and what you could be doing for them. We're all looking for the algorithm and big data and the tech and the app that's gonna scale it. There's nothing that scales the tried and true. Do you understand? Like, if you're actually gonna engage with your community, there's no algorithm. You can do that, you think that works, but it doesn't, because the essence behind it isn't actually happening. You can only scale so far. The human part of it is an absolute must. Scale is a part of it, but both matter.
So my name's John Troutman. I've worked with Gary for 7 years, at VaynerMedia for about 4. And I work really closely with him, the leadership team, kind of supporting different special projects and initiatives that they're focused on. Previously came from the wine industry. I'd worked with Gary a lot on his personal brand and kind of wine content side of things at a small wine social network. And then eventually worked with him at Daily Grape, which was his wine app, which frankly was kind of ahead of its time. A lot of mobile video content that people are now watching right now. And then from there, I kind of pivoted over and came to VaynerMedia. I think like one of the biggest things that I've come to realize as we've grown so quickly is that you can't be hands-on with everything. Like it's kind of like the analogy that Gary uses, like clouds and dirt, and it's knowing when to be really hands-on and micromanage something versus like what are the things that you should empower and let leaders go out and do on their own. I think that's something that I've really learned a lot from him over the years is like there's certain things that you definitely want to get your hands dirty with and be super involved with, especially when the stakes are high. And then there's other things that like, frankly, as you scale and grow a business, that you got to allow other people to kind of take on and run with.
You know, this is without a doubt 10 of the most exciting minutes of my life. I've come here really just to tell you about myself, my hustle, and my company. I'm not asking you to invest today. I just want to get to know you.
You're creating the content. I believe in this the most. I mean, believe in it the most and believe you, which is why, get over here, D-Rock, the 40,000 of you that do it every day and wondering why he gets in, either I believe the person is smart enough to play a 20-year marathon, or I think all the people that say they're gonna buy me lunch and that's worth my hour are out of my, so I genuinely believe you. Which is how we even got here in a world where I only do this 5, 10, 8 times a year.
So my name's Zach Dixon. I'm from New Orleans, born in New Orleans, live there now. Spent the last 5 years in New York. The last 2 hustling on Players Lounge. Love this. Yeah, I mean, I reached out to Gary in July and I emailed him and I said, how many days in a row was the subject line? And then the next line in the email body was, would it take for me to email you in a row before I could get you to respond? Then I emailed him again on day 2. I told him a little bit more about myself, and then I emailed him again on day 3, and he responded.
Yeah, and by the way, there are thousands of people that are still doing it and will never get the meeting. Cool. There are thousands of people doing that. Like, perseverance is only one part of the equation. Yeah. Actually believing that that person is playing a 40-year game or it's a good context creator. Yeah. The key moment for you in your career, because I can do that too and so can a lot of other people, believe it or not, is can you back that sizzle? Yeah. It's everything. Yeah. You know, I believe you in that part. We're sitting here.
Of course.
The next part matters so fucking much. And the number one thing I'm gonna tell you, the only thing I'm gonna tell you, because I think you're gonna figure it all out, you don't need me to this, is if you ever think that the steak is not coming together properly, over communicate to the people that bought into your sizzle.
So you're saying that if it's not gonna pan out,
yeah, you got it. If it's not gonna pan out, when you're jamming with me and Strauss and all these people, we've all lost too.
Yeah.
Be smart about how you navigate that.
Yeah.
Too many people are great to get in the room, are destined to actually win on their second or third or fourth thing. Yeah. When losing in their first thing, they handle it so poorly that they lose so much of what they, you see where I'm going? Yeah, America hates the cover up. So D-Rock, you took notes all day. What the hell was interesting today? Go.